rectangular tank measures 34 cm by 52 cm by 16 cm. Alice managed to fit a total of 56 identical cubes into the tank before covering it with a lid. This was the greatest number of such cubes she could fit into the tank. Given that the length of one side of the cube is a whole number, find its length. Okay, this is one of the more difficult whole number volume hybrid type of question. So just let me run through this question with you. They said that a rectangular tank measures 34 by 52 by 16. So our normal understanding is it is usually for this one, right? This is the height, this is the length, and this is the breadth. Okay, so I'm just going to draw it out for you. This is 52, this is 16. And this will be 34. So this is actually how it looks like. So they're saying that this is the rectangular tank, and Alice managed to fit in a total of 56 identical cubes into the tank. So this is a cuboid. Cuboid means the sides can be different. You see, 16, 52, 34, it can be different. But over here, they said that she managed to fit in 56 identical cubes, right? Cube means that all sides are equal. Okay, so this one is roughly equal. Like for example, 2 cm by 2 cm by 2 cm. This is the meaning of a cube. So she's wondering how many of such cubes can be placed inside. I'm sorry. She is saying that she can fit 56 of this cube inside. Okay? And we have no idea the sides. We have no idea. That's why I put a question mark over here. Now, in order to do this question, the fastest one that I found out, right, is actually this. Let's say, for example, I put length of cube. Let's say, for example, if I choose my length of cube, right, which is one side, to be 1 cm. Okay? If it's just 1 cm, then now over here I must have my breadth, my length, my height. And all this will be for the rectangular tank. Okay? If I choose the length of my cube to be 1 cm, for my breadth, how many can I put? Since this is 34 cm, right, and then my cube is breadth 1 cm, I can put 34 over here. So I can put 34 of the cubes inside. Okay, so it will be 34. And since it's also 1 cm, my length, right, I can also put 52 1 cm cubes inside. And for my height, I can stack up 16. Okay, because each cube, right, the height is only 1 cm. So I can stack 16 all the way up, since the total height for the rectangular tank is 16 cm. So over here will be 16. So over here will be number of cubes. Okay, so number of cubes. If you take 34 multiplied by 52 multiplied by 16, okay, so just to save time, I'm going to use calculator. So 34 multiplied by 52 multiplied by 16, this will give us a grand total of 28,288 cubes, which is most definitely not what we want, because the question states that she managed to fit 56. Okay, so let's move on. Now what happens if it's 3 cm? Now the length of my cube is now 3 cm. So again, let's go to the breadth. If the total breadth is 34, how many 3 cm cubes can I put inside? Okay, it will just be 34 divided by 3. And this will give us 11, remainder 1. Okay, we must ignore the 1, so they will just be 11. So over here we can put 11 of such 3 cm cube. Now let's do the same for 52. So 52 divided by 3, how many 3 cm cubes? How many 3 cm cube can I put inside? Okay, all the way until 52. So 52 divided by 3, okay, let's see, that will be 17. Okay, this will give us 17 and remainder 1. Remainder 1 cm. Okay, so which means that she can put 17 of the 3 cm cube inside, and 17 of 3 cm is 51. 51 cm. Total got 52, right? So she's left with 1 more cm, which was not filled. It's fine. So for the length, there is 17. Now, how about for the height? How many 3 cm can be placed over here which stack up to reach as close to 16 as possible? So you take 16 divided by 3, that will be 5, remainder 1 again. Okay? So all the remainder we just ignore. This will just be 11 times 17 times 5. So 11 times 17 times 5, that will be 935. Okay? So to realize the jump is very drastic. You just triple your length of cube, right? From 1 to 3, your number of cubes will decrease very, very drastically. Okay, so actually we are quite close already. They're looking for 56, right? Right now we went from 28,000 to 935. Okay, let's move on. So to be safe, we try 4 cm. Okay, now using the same logic, right? If the breadth is 34, how many 4 cm cubes can be used to line up all the way to as close to 34 as possible? So 34 divided by 4, and this one will give us 8, remainder 2 cm. Okay, so we have 8 over here. Then 52 divided by 4, that will give us 13. Exactly. So 13 of the 4 cm cubes, right, all the way will fit very nicely into this 52 cm length. So we have 13. Okay, how about for the height? So this one will just be 16 divided by 4, right? So this one is 4, which means that if the cube is 4 cm, we can stack 4 of them up. Okay, so we have 8 times 13 times 4. So what does that give us? 8 times 13 times 4, that will be 416. Okay, you know that you are definitely getting closer, okay, to the answer, right? If each guess is getting closer to what you want. This is actually how you know you're moving in the right direction. Okay, so there is nothing wrong with doing guess and check. As long as you do it in the right way, you'll definitely be able to get an answer. Okay, let's move on to 5. If it's 5 cm, now 34, how many 5 cm cubes can I put inside? There will just be 6, remainder 4. Okay, then if it's 5 cm for the length, 52 divided by 5, that will give us 10, remainder 2 cm. If it's 16 divided by 5, that will give us 3, remainder 1 cm. Okay, so we just take 6 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 3. So 6 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 3, that will give us 180. Okay, we are getting real close to 56. Getting really, really close. Okay, next one. Okay, 6 cm. How many 6 cm can I put in 34? So 34 divided by 6. 34 divided by 6, that will give us 5, remainder 4. Correct? Yeah, 5, remainder 4. Great. Okay, so we're getting closer. So underline the one that we want to multiply. No, 52 divided by 6. 52 divided by 6, that will give us 8. Okay, that will give us 8, remainder 4. Okay, this one will be 16 divided by 6. That will give us 2, remainder 4. Okay, so 5 times 8 times 2. That will give us 80. Okay, 5 times 8 is 40. 40 times 2 will give us 80. So if she uses a 6 cm cube, she managed to put in 80 cubes inside. Okay, this one is probably the last one. I'm not very sure. I did not look at the answer key anyway, so I'm just working it. Okay, 7. So same thing. 34 divided by 7, that will give us 4, remainder 6. Okay, so underline this. 52 divided by 7 will be 7, remainder 3. Okay, 7 times 7, 49. 49 plus 3 will be 52. Okay, so it's correct. Last one, 16 divided by 7, you only can put 2, remainder 2. Okay, so let's take 4 times 7 times 2. Ta-da, 56. Okay, so from here we know that she is using the 7 cm cube, because for each of the breadth, for the breadth she can put in 4. She's left with 6 more cm, but she cannot fill the 6 cm because the cube is 7 cm long. So the 6 cm, no use. Then for the length, right, she only can put 7. After she put in 7, right, she's left with 3 cm. Since the cube is 7 cm long, she cannot squeeze inside this 3. Okay, so 16, she only can put in 2, remainder 2. So that's why you have 4 times 7 times 2, which means this directly tells us this directly tells us, right, that for the breadth, she put 4. Okay, so over here she can only put 4. Then for the length, she can put 7. And for the height, she only can put 2. Okay, then there's all kind of remaining spaces. But we cannot add in anymore because we cannot compress the cube, right? So since we cannot compress the cube, we cannot cut it into smaller pieces, there will definitely be remaining spaces around. Okay, so this is the largest possible. So this is actually our answer. Okay, so they're asking for, given that the length of the cube is a whole number, find its length, tada, done. We have found it, 7 cm. Okay, so now if you're worried that the guess and check method is going to take too long, right? Actually, it's not going to take too long. As long as you have done this question before, I mean, at least now that you have watched my video, you know how to at least draw it out, the visual representation, and then use this guess and check method. You can actually speed it through quite quickly and get the answer. So normally for students, right, if you watch my video and then you are quite well versed with this type of question, you probably get like what, 3 to 4 minutes to do this. And this is probably a 4 or 5 marks question, which means that not too bad. It can be done. Alright, so don't worry too much. Okay, done.